Hello and welcome to another WAB vlog. I'm Weird and Bearded, and I don't really know what we're going to be getting up to this month, I'll be honest, but we have some updates with the annex. Slowly but surely things are coming together. I finally have a table and chairs. There we go, you can see the table and chairs now. There are supposed to be 4 chairs, unfortunately. They came in packs of 2, one of them is cracked, so we're going to get that replaced. But I now have a table I can play games on with friends. I have played games on it with a friend. And just, activities that I need space for that I can't do with the desk because obviously I've got all my computer stuff at the desk, including I got a birthday present from my bestie who visited this weekend. I now have a Lego set to complete. So we've got a Lego bonsai tree, on the other side a cherry tree. I think I'm going to go with the other side because, most trees are green. Let's get some colour into things. So I've got a table that I can do projects on. I've got a Lego set. Let's build some Lego to open up the vlog. And then I'm going to see what else I'm up to this month. Sounds like a plan. So it's been a few weeks. We'll get on to why. But I thought I'd catch you up with what I've been up to. You know, it's nice to have the occasional catch up. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I am not. Again, we'll get on to that. So I had a lovely weekend out a few weeks ago. We went out with the family. We went to see one of my favourite bands, a band called Little Comets. They're a small indie band. They should be so much bigger than they are. They are just fantastic. And they have a song which I'm a big fan of lyrical content in songs. To me, the lyrics are the most important part of the song to me. And they have one which is a response to Robin Thicke's Blurred Lines, called The Blur, the Line and the Thickest of Onions, which is one of my just top songs ever. And when you've got a song that has lines like why empower misogyny while violence towards women grows, and you talk about a non-existent blurred line but not about abortion rights, you're gonna have me as a listener. It's such a good song. And then they have just absolute bops. Like they have a song called Woe. I'm gonna link, I'll put a link to their channel and those two songs down in the description of this. And yeah, we had a great evening out seeing them, dancing away, singing away. I rarely sing at concerts these days because I want to preserve my voice for content creation. So it takes a lot for me to lose my voice, but then when I do, I lose it for about 3 weeks, which when you're putting out weekly videos makes things difficult, as I've had issues with in the past. Just get out of the way of these cyclists. And then, because the concert was in Bath, we decided to spend the weekend in Bath, and I thought, I don't know what we're going to be getting up to, won't bother taking the camera with me. I should have taken the camera with me. So we went to see the Roman baths at Bath, of course. You can't really go to Bath and not see those. And I love going to museums, big fan of learning. I don't tend to go for audio guides at museums, but at this one, the audio guide was just free with entry. Definitely going to go for audio guides at museums in future, because it just made the experience so much better for me. I really enjoyed that. And then the next day we went to a different museum in Bath, very different museum. We went to the House of Frankenstein, because Mary Shelley lived in Bath for a while. Fantastic museum, just really well presented, loved every moment of it. And then got home and I felt ill, and that was about 2.5 weeks ago. I'm just coming out the other side of the illness now, so it's been a rough couple of weeks. It's just about, apart from one time when I got food poisoning, the most ill I have been. So that first day I was struggling to stand, and so I don't tend to get very ill. I'll be ill for a while, but it'll be quite minor. So I've not really been able to do things. So at the moment I'm just heading into town. Got some things I want to pick up. It's nearly December, so start getting ready for Christmas. Yeah, so that's why I've been gone. And I've been kind of using this time to think about content, about starting to think about next year, what I want to achieve. We'll be talking more sort of New Year's resolution stuff obviously next month, but I still wanted to think about where I want my content to be going, because obviously the whole point of Studio Blocks is we want to get to the point where we can be making films, and we're not there yet. And for me, there's a couple of reasons why. First of all, we're still figuring out how to do special effects. A lot of people, they don't particularly care about doing the special effects in the films, but for me, the higher the quality I can get, the better. And if I can do sort of special effect things, that would be amazing. So working on all that stuff, but also the other big thing for me is script writing. I am not confident in my ability to get words onto paper. I'm getting the ideas, fine, I've got ideas for a few upcoming films, but getting those words onto paper, that initial step, that for me is a real struggle. So yeah, it's not so much that I find it hard to write. Hang on, let's get past these people. It's not so much that I find it hard to write. Once I get going, I'm good. I have, as I'm sure a lot of people do, I have this deep fear of being bad at writing. That it's going to go down to the paper and it's going to be rubbish. So I got to get over that somehow, because that holds me back a lot. As I said, once I get started with writing, I'm fine, and then I'll read it back afterwards and I'll think, yep, that's great. And I don't think I've ever written anything where I've then looked back on it and thought, that wasn't good. But I just have this fear that when I start writing something, it's going to be bad. So if you have any ideas for how I can get over that, do let me know. So I'm thinking, yes, we want to be doing film stuff. Maybe for me, let's put that off and let's start with smaller scale things. Because I've had lots of ideas of smaller scale things, which the effects don't need to be as big for. So I think we'll start with that. One of the ideas I want to be working on is presenting Minecraft like different genres of video games. So sort of, what if Minecraft was a city builder? I think that could be a fun project to do, especially the city builder one, because I love city builders. So we'll do that, I think, first, and then I can be working on film stuff in the background. So next month's going to be really good for me for working on future content things, because next month, we're going to be doing something a little special. So, I mean, it starts the day after this vlog comes out. But I've never really done anything for Advent. I've never even had an Advent calendar. I'm going to get myself an Advent calendar for this year because I want to. But we're going to do Advent content. So we're not going to be doing regular videos. Weekly videos will stop until Christmas. Still got to obviously get the quiz out, because we've got the quiz coming up this weekend. But yeah, we're going to be doing Advent builds. So I have set up a spreadsheet that my content creator friends have been putting up ideas for winter and Christmas themed builds on, and I'm going to try to do a build a day. How will that go? I have no idea. I imagine there will be times where I cheat it if I know I've got a busy day coming up, try to get 2 recorded in one day. But overall, there should be, hopefully, a video coming out every day from the 1st of December to Christmas. Because I hate myself apparently, and I want to give myself extra work on top of all of the other things that I do. But as I said, the regular videos are going to stop. Hopefully these will be easy things to do. Yeah, we'll see how it all goes. Unfortunately, with the illness, the fitness stuff has kind of stopped as well, because I've been ill, which is a real shame, because the day before we went to that little Comets concert, I got a set of dumbbells, a set of adjustable dumbbells, which have just been sat in the annex unused. I still want to paint the little nook I have in the annex to display things in. Hoping to get that done in the next couple of days, so that can be included in this in the vlog. We'll see how it all goes. I'm going to continue on my way to town now. Maybe have a little chat when we get back. I said I'd next talk to you when I go home from town. I am currently on my way home from town a few days later. It hasn't taken me a few days to do town stuff, but when I got home, ideas were starting to brew, and I kind of wanted to wait for them to settle. I don't know, that analogy kind of got away from me. But yes, ideas. So I've started making plans for Minecraft as a city builder, started noting down what builds I'm going to want to make so I can get on to designing all of them, but also a project that I knew I had to do a while ago and I've kind of been putting off. There's going to be a lot of characters in this, and with a lot of the things we do we might need crowds. So we're going to need a lot of Minecraft skins, and obviously for any main character stuff we'll make sure each character skin is designed fully. But I think we need a skin generator for crowd work. Something where you can sort of define what clothes you might be expecting to see and things like that, and so, and it will just generate, pick random colours, generate a load of skins, something like that. I don't know. I'm going to make a tool. This is beyond anything I've done before, but annoyingly most of my projects are beyond what I've done before because I'd like to be ambitious. I don't know if that's going to be in the Studio Vlogs episodes, I don't know if that's going to be in the vlogs, it's going to be somewhere, you'll see the progress of it. But I think that's everything I want to do in the vlog, so if you enjoyed the vlog, leave a like. Let me know what Christmas plans you've got coming up, because you've got Christmas coming up, and subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Weird and Bearded, and I will see you all next time.